During President Trump's trip to Scotland, he repeatedly attacked wind power and he pushed Britain, hey, drill for more oil. Former UK Prime Minister Liz Truss joins me now. Is Britain abandoning green policies just like America has?
No, unfortunately, we're not. In fact, the Labour government have doubled down on green policies. And what we're seeing is our energy prices are incredibly high. They're 4 times as high as the United States. And we're seeing our industry closing down. So our last steelworks is in serious danger because energy prices are astronomical. Our economy is shrinking, but we have a very ideological government who don't want to change course. And that's why it was fantastic when President Trump took Keir Starmer on in the press conference and was absolutely making him squirm about the high cost of energy and how ugly these wind turbines are, because Scotland is a beautiful area. The president has fantastic golf courses. And of course, they're blighted by these hideous wind turbines.
Later, I think it's next month, sometime in September, President Trump goes for a state visit to Britain and he will meet King Charles. I'd love to hear that conversation, because King Charles is a climate warrior and has been all of his life. I mean, he's profoundly green. I wonder what Trump's going to say to him, and what will the king say back?
Well, we are a constitutional monarchy, so it's ultimately Keir Starmer and the government that make that decision. I'm sure President Trump is going to make his feelings known about the landscape in Scotland. And it's great because many people in Britain are cheering him on. Yeah. You know, he is telling the truth about how expensive it is, how ugly it is. People are beginning to see through the green myth now. And when China is not following the rules, when India is not following the rules, what is happening is Britain is killing its own economy and its own landscape with this hideous environmental infrastructure. So I think the penny is beginning to drop, but I don't think until Labour are booted out of office that we will see the North Sea revived and we will see fracking in Britain. That's what I want to see. I mean, America has been transformed with the fracking revolution, and that's what we need here in Europe.
President Trump has also been talking about free speech in Britain. He says, look, the Labour government has been accused of plotting to silence those protesting taxpayer-funded hotel for asylum seekers. Trump says you, in Britain, you've lost or are losing your freedom of speech. What's your response to that?
Well, he's absolutely right. And we saw Lucy Connolly, a young mum, put away in jail for 31 months for a tweet that she deleted 4 hours later about asylum seekers. We've now got these protests going on outside hotels. Asylum seekers are being put up in 4-star hotels. There have been accusations they have been raping young girls in Britain as young as age 12. And yet much of that speech is now being suppressed. People aren't able to access it. There's age verification regulations come into effect. People are being threatened about attending demonstrations. But I think, again, they will not be able to cover up what is happening in our country. And what we're seeing is these protests spread as people are unhappy about what is happening, the threat to crime, the threat to women and girls, and the threat to our social fabric here in Britain. But, you know, I feel ashamed of this because we invented free speech. I mean, I know the Americans have free speech in your constitution, but in 1695, Britain championed the free press. And to abandon these ancient liberties to try and suppress the truth about what's happening in our country is deeply, deeply shameful. And people in Britain are incredibly angry about what's going on. The government is very unpopular. You'll be aware that Reform UK, Nigel Farage, is now topping the polls because people are so unhappy about what is happening. And President Trump was telling the truth, and Keir Starmer just sat there. He couldn't say anything. He was squirming. It was an embarrassment.
Liz Truss, you make a lot of sense. Thank you very much for being with us today. Come back soon.
Good to be on the show.
Come back soon.
Good to be on.
See you later.